How you doing? I'm Big D. Before we get to the show, please get this, share this out if you like what you see. Subscribe if you like what you see. Trying to build a show, get it going, so I can get back into the studio. I've had an issue with some of the equipment in there. I'm using my daughter's little laptop, a very nice subscriber sent me a mic. Let me know what you think. I think it's doing very well. Um, I finally installed it correctly. Thank you for one of my subscribers pointing that out, what I was doing wrong. But when I get back in the studio, uh, I think you're going to be much happier. I'll be able to share my screen, and there's going to be better visuals. So going forward, thank you for everybody that helps the show. So I want to start off with a topic that I am very deeply into. I think everybody should, and that's going to be silver. Uh, I want to talk about silver right now. It's going to only be a few minutes, probably 10 to 15 minutes tops, I hope. So there's 4 silver mining stocks to buy. I'm not telling you to run out and buy it. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is something you might want to consider looking into. Now, to ride the solid industry trends, let's check it out. Again, I'm using some inferior equipment, so please bear with me. Now, the prospects for Zacks mining, silver industry looks promising, supported by the strong rally in silver prices lately. Global industry demands for silver is expected to account for a major part of the total demand, which is projected at around 1.15 billion ounces. Now, with supply expected to be lower, the silver market is likely headed for a 5th consecutive year of deficits. What do I mean by that? Now, every year there's a demand. Let's just talk about the industry demand of probably 1.4, 1.5 billion ounces of silver. That's just to keep going forward, not including what's needed for silver coins. That's not what's needed for the medical field or, say, jewelry, along with silverware. You know, some are plated, some are about 92.5%, which is what you might know is um, the well, some people call it solid silver, but it's not. It's sterling. So getting back to this now, with supply expected to be lower, the silver market is likely headed for a 5th consecutive year of deficits, which will the deficit right now I am hearing is around a billion ounces. That is a new industry or a new battery design just came forward, and that industry is sucking up a lot of silver. They're talking about a billion ounces by the end of 2026. Moreover, the recent inclusion of silver in the list of critical minerals, underscoring its growing strategy importance, could attract increased investments in the industry. Investors may consider adding companies such as Fresnillo, Pan American Silver, Halka Mining, First Majestic Silver to the portfolios. It is a possibility that these are going to be very strong project pipelines, improving operational efficiencies and disciplined cost management. Now, the Zacks mining. Silver Industries compromises companies that are engaged in exploration, development, production of silver. These include big and small players operating mines of widely varying types and scales. Silver bearing ores are mined by open pit or underground methods. and then crushed and ground. Miners continually look for opportunities to expand their reserves and resources through targeting near mine explorations and business development. They strive to upgrade and improve the quality of their existing assets internally and through acquisitions. Only 20% of the silver comes from the mining activities, wherein silver is the primary revenue source. The balance comes from projects, wherein silver is a byproduct of mining other minerals and metals, such as copper, lead, zinc, etc. Thus several companies in the silver mining industry are engaged in mining other metals as well. Now, this is, my opinion, major. Because one, if you're watching the LBMA, London metals market, the Shanghai market, the COMEX in the United States, you see the availability of silver is drastically reduced year after year. And they use derivatives to keep it pumped up. That's for another show. Derivatives are that is a hated word of mine because it keeps the silver price squashed down. You might have another idea than I do, but that's the way I take it. Now, strong demand outlook. Per the Silver Institute, total silver demand is expected to dip 1% to 1,148 billion ounces in 2025. Industrial use continues to dominate, with demand projected at around 677.4 million ounces in 2025. I consider that a very, very low number. I think it's much higher than that. Now, that's accounting for 59% of the total demand. The solar energy industry continues to be a major driver. Silver consumption is application has surged in recent years, fueled by the rapid expansion of solar technology, improvement in solar cell design, and global transition towards renewable energy. Silver demand is in electrical and electronic appliances remain supported by the rising usage of 5G infrastructure. Electric vehicles are consuming electronics. Coin and net bar demand is expected to gain 7% this year to 204.4 million ounces. Recovering after 2 years of weakness. Now, I don't know if you've been watching, but the Silver Eagles have not been produced in the laws that have been applied, and they've been reduced to almost nothing. Finding Silver Eagles for the year that you're in, it has been a big, some have had issues with getting these and getting them to their anybody that's interested in them over the last couple of years, I would say. Let's see. Demand for jewelry is, however, expected to be down 6%, reflecting low demand amid high prices. Again, it's finally starting to come up. They're only able to suppress the price of silver so much. Now, this silver now joins minerals that are deemed to be vital to American economy and national security. That's why I believe Trump is pushing so hard wherever he goes when he talks tariffs about precious minerals and critical minerals that right now they've just included silver into the critical minerals that are needed and the actual list that are they're in a downward swing, and they know that there's a problem in of capability of getting the supply that's needed. Now, unprecedented rally in silver price finally has surpassed the 1980 January 18th, 1980 pricing. Um, Silver prices gained around 74.5% so far this year. Prices have been supported by several factors, like rising economic and geopolitical uncertainties and surging investor demand. Spot silver prices have peaked at 54.48, $54.48. That was October 17th, 2025. Sorry, some of my notes are hard for me to read, even though I'm the one writing them. Now, persistent demand supply gap, global supply, is projected to rise 2% in 2025, reaching 1.031 billion ounces. However, with projected demands figured still high, the market is expected to face a deficit of 117.6 million ounces, suggested that it is heading for a fifth consecutive shortfall. We talked about that earlier. Even though production is expected to be higher on a year over the year basis because of these new mines that are coming out. Efforts to combat inflationary costs to aid margins. Now, industry players are facing escalating production costs, and including electricity, wages, water, minerals. Mining companies are major consumption of energy, with around 50% of their production costs closely linked to energy prices. A shortage of skilled workforce spiked wages, with no control over silver prices. The industry must focus on improving its sales volume while being cost effective. Players are investing heavily in R&D and resorting to technological innovations required at almost every level of operation to increase efficiency, sustaining growth, and rein in costs. Now, ZAC Industry ranks indication bright prospects. Now, the group ZAC Industry ranks, which is basically the average of the ZAC's rank of all the member stocks, indicates bright perspective in the near term. The ZAC's Mining Silver Industry, a 10 stock group within the broader ZAC basic material sector, currently carries a ZAC's Industry rank 8, number 8, which places it on the top 3% of the 244 ZAC's industries. Our research shows that the top 50% of the ZAC's ranked industry outperforms the bottom 50% by a factor of more than 2 to 1. Now they're talking always new technology, whether it be Elon Musk, he's working on this. Elon Musk is working on that. Look at the amount of silver that's required in every satellite that Elon Musk has sent up. If you look at the available silver, the fighting back, well, I call it fighting. It's one week it's LBMA that's requiring a certain amount of silver to meet demand. Then it's the COMEX. This is what's going on, and this is why you should be paying attention, because if they're having a problem meeting demand, where 5 years ago, if you were someone who needed a huge amount of silver and you wanted to purchase a lot, you would make the call. Within a day, it's processed. The next day, it's packaged up and getting ready. Bam, third day, it's out the door. Now it's 8 to 10 weeks, if you're lucky. I don't have that kind of money to make a phone call to Comex to buy my silver. But if I have any money, it'll be calling a local coin shop. If you're buying silver, finding a location you trust. A coin shop, a pawn shop. Some pawn shops, or at least most of them in my neighborhood, you call them up, you say, well, hey, do you have any silver? And if they have silver, they might say, yeah, it's $80 for an ounce. How do you get $80? It's 52, 53 bucks right now. Well, when we get it, it goes. It's sold a lot of times before it even comes in. I have a list of people that want silver, and I'll just go down the list until someone says I'll be there in 10 minutes. Okay, that makes sense. He said he had the last person I talked to, and they call it Pawn King. I don't know if you have one in your area. I hear it's quite a big deal. Pawn shop. Might even be national. I'm not sure. But if they have any, it's a good chance it's already been sold. So if you called, someone might have just left from selling it to that company. And then they haven't had a chance to make a phone call. So they're probably using you as, well, if you want these couple ounces I have, this is how much it is. And they're going to get it. It's a very good possibility they're going to get what they're asking. They probably gave nothing to the person that dropped it off, but that's my point. If you can get your hands on silver and you can get it somewhere around spot without paying a hefty premium, it's a good idea to do that. Now, before I end this, please like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you want these notifications. And you want to know when I'm going to be posting again. It's usually whenever. Be honest with you, I'm doing some AI stuff. I'm able to get out more information. I'm going to do more of these as well, more personal videos. Let me know which ones you like best. Do you like the AI? Because they're all pretty girls. I mean, who doesn't like pretty girls? I got face for radio. But some people say they like my voice. So that's why I'm coming back on. I tried the AI thing. I think I'm going to do a little bit of both until I figure this out. And if AI is the way to go, I'll go AI. If this is what you want to see, my pretty face, then I'll be back. If you want both, because you got to have a little pretty face and some of mine, please say so in the comments. We have Thanksgiving coming up. And if you can help people who can't help themselves right now, I would really appreciate that. And if you have helped someone, leave it in the comments section. I like to hear that people have helped others. It is nice to put a little bit extra in when you go to church. But not everybody goes to church. You might see someone that they're living on the streets. And if you're in anywhere like my area, right now it's about 30 degrees out. That is not some time to live on the street. Please help them out. If they'll take it. Some of them have a lot of pride. You know what I mean. Hard to take help from others. But this time of year, talk them into it. Say, please, let me help you out. If they're mean, then, leave them alone. But if they just don't want to take it, but they need it, please help out. Christmas is very soon as well. If you know someone that needs a little help, please do so. All right. Thank you very much for coming in, and God bless.